Hey, welcome, team. We're excited to be here with you guys. This is Chris Costanza here with Joey Sargent and Timothy, the medical professor Brownlee.
Wow.
The OG. He's been studying Medicare supplements since he was 4 years old. The Stockton household. He was running Keith Stockett's apps at night with Josh, and he was just typing in the little computer, doing paper application at night. We're so glad to have Timothy Brownlee here. Today, we're going to be talking about Medicare Advantage. As we like to say here at the brokerage, Medicare, not to your advantage, right? It's not to your advantage to have this, but it's better than nothing.
Very
okay?
true.
It's better than nothing, so I don't want to diminish the product, okay? Because it is better than nothing, okay? It doesn't, but again, obviously, I'd like to see at least 80 to 85% of your clients be Medicare supplements, right? Push people to get the right thing.
For their sakes.
Yeah, for their sakes. And then secondly, we're talking about Medicare Advantage. Now, this is a $0 premium product, okay? Now, I'm going to ask the Medicare professor to lead us out here. Can you give us a description of who, what, why would somebody go on a Medicare Advantage? And tell us a little bit about this window of time, October 15th to December 7th. What is this magical season about?
To start off, annual enrollment period, October 15th, December 7th, is the time of year where any Medicare Advantage client can make any changes to their plan, get a new plan, whatever. They can do whatever they want. You can sign them up for as many plans as you want, so long as the plan that starts at midnight on December 7th, that's the one they're with for the rest of the year. But you have that magic window to do whatever you want to that plan. And so the types of clients that would typically go with the Medicare Advantage plans are ones who can't necessarily afford the monthly premium for a Medicare supplement, who are other clients who are in generally good health, don't go to the doctor all that much. And you also have, the individuals who are Medicaid, dual enrollment, things of that nature. So you can normally fit your Medicare Advantage clients within that window.
Can you tell us a little difference between Medicare Advantage and Medicaid? Because Medicare Advantage is $0 a premium. What is Medicaid?
And to correct you, Medicare Advantage isn't necessarily $0. There are $0 plans, but there are some that actually have a very low monthly premium attached to it.
Okay.
So,
for instance, how much?
I've seen them go up to 71, as high as $71, 35.
I've seen a lot that are like 18, 20, 40.
Exactly.
Now, what is this thing, Medicare Advantage? Sometimes you see Medicare Advantage that has a PPO or a HMO. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Okay, so break that down for me a little bit.
Well, we all know an HMO is a very restricted network. It's either you can't go outside of that network or your out-of-pocket costs outside of that network.
Define network for me.
Network of doctors, basically.
So if I have this plan, I've got an HMO, I can't select my doctor.
No, you cannot.
I have to pick between a few doctors.
You have to make sure the plan and the doctor are the same.
So,
you have to make
before
sure the doctor
you write this, if somebody likes their doctor, this is not necessarily something they want to do unless the doctor's in that HMO.
Yeah, you have to make sure.
Tell me a little bit about PPO network.
PPO networks is a little bit looser form of an HMO.
Okay.
Your out-of-pocket costs are going to be a little bit less as you go outside of the network.
Okay, out-of-pocket costs a little less, so PPO is a little better than HMO.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you this question. Talking to the Medicare professors here. If somebody loves their doctor, right, should they be on Medicare Advantage?
It depends. Is their doctor in the network?
Well, the other thing is this. What if their doctor leaves the network?
Then they have
Tough luck.
Well, it's tough luck, or wait till the annual enrollment period and find out what plan that doctor's on.
Right. So I would actually say if the client loves their doctor, you want to put them in a supplement. Right. Would that be the concurrence?
I always default to supplement.
So if they love their doctor, if you find out they don't have a doctor, they don't care about their doctor, maybe Medicare Advantage is going to be a little bit more suitable for them. Right now, one of the things in financial planning is the suitability of the product, right? So this is really important to understand this for Medicare Advantage because it could be a $0 premium, could be 18, could be 40, could be up to 71, Tim's saying, okay? Now, Joe, tell us a little about your experience. What type of client, because Brownlee's giving us his experience. Give us a little about your experience. What type of client goes into Medicare Advantage?
It's a good question, and I'll tell you about my first experience with Medicare Advantage. We'll call him Mr. Neal. per se. Now, Mr. Neal was living on very little income, but he was keeping up his health very well. He went to the gym every day, didn't have a primary doctor, never went to the doctor, and didn't take any prescriptions. So from his point of view, he's saying, hey, I don't mind having copays for something that I'll probably not use very often. I just don't want to have to pay $160 a month because I don't have it right now. I don't have the ability to live on that. I'd rather buy food and housing than Medicare.
Right.
And so that's kind of the perfect client for Medicare Advantage. Now, even then, with insurance, I always tell my clients this: I believe you deserve to have the best of the best, and I believe nobody can predict the future. You need to plan for the worst and hope for the best, right? You hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. And so the worst case scenario would be somebody going to the hospital for a long period of time.
And you could almost say this: you hope for the best, but you mitigate against the worst.
I like that.
See?
I like that.
Right? You mitigate the risk. That's what insurance is here for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have and sell insurance, is because we're not necessarily planning for the worst, if I can adjust that.
Mm-hmm.
We're mitigating against the worst, right? We're hoping for the best. We're actually planning for good things to happen in your life. But we want to mitigate against this worst case scenario, right? So I don't want to correct you on video.
You're good.
But Brownlee just corrected me. Why don't you correct him?
You know what, Bradley? You need
Go
to wear some
ahead.
pants, okay?
Well, hey, stay tuned. We're going to go into the next video, and we're going to be discussing switching somebody from a Medicare Advantage plan to another Medicare Advantage plan, and why you would why you for sure would want to do that.